Episode 7 commences with a dream sequence. This time around, Sapna is observing Ji-sung. She envisions herself aboard a cryptocurrency train journeying towards the moon. She begins to fall and eventually crashes. Ji-sung awakens in a state of panic. In reality, these days she is residing at Yoon-sang's place due to her lack of both a place to stay and financial resources. As she rises, she notices Yoon weeping in her sleep. In the morning, Yoon-sang is upset with Ji-sung for not maintaining the cleanliness of the house at all. Ji-sung expresses her apologies and assures Yoon-sang that she will be more cautious from now on, but she is concerned because the value of Ethereum has decreased, even though she comprehends. Although it's a good opportunity to buy more, the reality is that the financial situation of all three is so tight that they have to take part-time jobs. One becomes a waitress and another does cleaning work. Meanwhile, the romance between Daha and Ji-woo is going well. They go to watch a movie, but Daha is so tired that she falls asleep in the middle of it. Then a flashback is shown at the end of the previous episode when everyone saw Daha and Ji-woo together in the elevator. To prevent the uncomfortable situation, Dahi feigned that her hair had become entangled in Ji-woo's button. In the current moment, Ji-woo expresses his desire for the entire company to be aware that they are in a relationship, but Dahi is not prepared for that revelation. There is a gathering involving all three departments within the office when Dahi is requested to present the presentation. Her computer screen suddenly displays a crypto page. Now everyone knows that she invests in crypto. Manager Da Young starts lecturing her that it's not right for a company employee to engage in such risky activities. In the evening, the three girls go to their part-time job at a Japanese restaurant. While working, the manager arrives, and if he finds out that they work there, it could be problematic. That's precisely why all three of them apply heavy makeup to conceal their identities. Meanwhile, when Eun-sung and Ji-sung arrive back home, they are taken aback by the electricity bill. Yoon-sung, in frustration, declares that even inanimate objects will now need to contribute to the household expenses. Meanwhile, a colleague hands Yoon-sung an old toy belonging to his daughter, under the impression that Yoon-sung might have a daughter as well. In Ji-sung's accounting department, everyone is astonished because Oh Dong-yu has I underwent a complete makeover. I got a new hairstyle, started using contact lenses, and even had a nose filler treatment. In the evening, Yoon-sung lists the identical toy on a website to earn some extra money. She also requests Ji-sung to contribute to the Wi-Fi and electricity bills. At night, Ji-sung hears Yoon-sung sobbing in her sleep once more. The following day at the office, Dae discovers that the manager has lodged a formal complaint against her. She informed the team that Dae once again she possesses emotions. She confides in him privately, revealing the truth that she attempted to return the money and that she is employed at the very same restaurant where he dined. Furthermore, she mentions that she is aware of the manager's attempt to sell the company's confidential information externally. Now, if he chooses to expose her, she will disclose his secret as well. She reminds him that she once held him in high regard, but now she only experiences disappointment whenever she sees him. His mood is quite terrible. To make matters worse, Jae-woo is not responding as he is currently on a business trip to Saudi Arabia. However, on his journey back home, he unexpectedly discovers Jae-woo waiting for him outside. They stroll together, and Dahi reveals that she has meticulously written down everything in her diary that she wished to convey to him upon his return. Women are exceptionally lovely, and the most romantic scene of the entire episode unfolds. Their very first kiss occurs while Ji-sung is distributing pamphlets dressed up as a mascot outside a restaurant. Subsequently, she encounters Dong-yu, who is inebriated. He begins to cry, lamenting that he is unattractive. Ji-sung removes her costume, sits beside him, and expresses that she never intended to hurt him. It's simply that her preference is somewhat different. She abruptly checks the time and hastily runs toward home. On her way, she also makes a phone call. Both of them arrive at Eun-sang's residence, and Ji-sung mentions that she overheard Eun-sang uttering her daughter Ji-sung's name while he was asleep. In the concluding segment of the episode, Yoon-sung is conversing with the purchaser of the toy. The buyer persistently jokes and teases her, and eventually they come to an agreement, but when she goes to meet him, it turns out to be her former husband. Episode 8 commences with Dahi in a cheerful mood. The worth of cryptocurrency is persistently increasing. While having lunch, she is seated with her friends and shares that her mother's 60th birthday is approaching. She is organizing an elaborate surprise party along with a vacation to Jeju. Concurrently, Dahae receives a phone call from the police station notifying her that her father Jung Yong-jik was discovered intoxicated and has been taken there. She retrieves him and discovers that he has a new aspiration. Concerning crypto mining, she informs him that she declares that she will absolutely never meet him again and departs from that location. Tahar conceals this occurrence from her mother and concentrates on getting ready for Jumlim's birthday celebration. The surprise party begins smoothly, but Yongji's unexpected arrival disrupts it. He informs Junglim that Dahae is likewise investing in cryptocurrency. Junglim feels disheartened that her daughter is also engaged in a get-rich-quick scheme similar to her father. She tells her colleagues that they are going to meet Lin. His parents are on a business trip and he is going along. Susan jokingly says that although they are going to discuss marriage, Ji-sung is concerned because she does not speak the Chinese language. Jumlim discovers Yong-jik outside her residence and invites him inside. She reprimands him, insisting he should not exert any influence over Dahae, but Yong-ji responds by saying that Dahae is similar to Jumlim. She had been sending his father cursed voice messages for a period of 3 years. Subsequently, Yong-jik visits Dahae's office since she has not been responding to her phone calls. He requests financial assistance from her. Dahae explicitly states that she has solely invested in cryptocurrency for her personal life and does not need to meddle in their lives. As she departs, Yongjae unexpectedly collapses. Dahae becomes frantic and Ji-woo, who is in close proximity, rushes to assist. At the hospital, Dahae discovers that her father has been diagnosed with lung cancer. Ji-woo is prepared to withstand the difficulties alongside her, but Dahae believes that she feels confined and does not wish to involve anyone else in her situation. She releases Ji-woo's hand and departs. At the workplace, Oh-dong converses with Yoo Ji-sung and comes to the realization that she is genuinely contemplating matrimony with Wellin. She proceeds to the hospital. She advises Dahae to utilize her savings for Youngjae's medical treatment. Dahae desires to depart, but Junglim understands she will lament it later and urges her to think it over. A flashback reveals that Junglim lacked sufficient funds to send Dahae to a prestigious college. Consequently, Dahae had to undertake part-time cleaning jobs. While sitting with friends in the present, Dahae ponders why her mother perpetually feels guilty. She ponders why her mother experiences guilt despite having given her so much. Yoon-sung mentions that the majority of mothers tend to feel this way. Subsequently, Yoon-sung encounters her former partner's mother at the hospital. They act as if they are still married and concoct a tale about Ji-sung attending a school camp. Later on, Yoon-sung expresses gratitude to her ex-husband for participating in parenting responsibilities. During the night, Dahae becomes frightened when she is unable to locate her mother's contract. Ultimately, she locates her on the bus that she operates daily. Jungli mentions that Dahae's life belongs to her and she has the freedom to utilize her finances as she wishes. Chae astonishes her mother by declaring that she intends to allocate this money for her journey to Jeju. She proceeds to address and resolve the misunderstanding with him. Her radiant smile completely melts Ji-woo's heart. Episode 9 begins with Ji-sung, who is completing her work very quickly. She is extremely focused because she needs to finish her work as soon as possible so that she can pick up Velin at the airport in the afternoon. However, Oh Dong-yu is still losing. He is not arriving. He proceeds to the beauty salon, purchases a brand new suit and undergoes a comprehensive transformation to impress Ji-sung. Ji-sung is taken aback when she receives a telephone call from Velin. He remains at home. He clarifies that his mother has become unwell, so he cancelled the journey to South Korea, and most significantly, he purchased footwear with his own funds instead of coming to meet Song personally. Ji-sung becomes quite distressed and informs Velin that they ought to break up. Ji-sung was on the verge of stepping into traffic when Dong-yu. He escorts her. Observing his expression, she becomes frightened and flees, yelling. Dahi and Jiwoo's relationship is progressing well. Yet Dahi consistently worries that others might notice them together. One day, Chae observes them driving together, and everyone in the office is astonished to witness Dongki's fresh appearance. Subsequently, we see that Dahi has crafted a card and a box of cookies for Jiwoo. She brings it to Jiwoo's office and sets it on the desk. But just as she is about to depart, Jiwoo and the manager walk into the room. They proceed together and even Dahye accompanies them. Dahye's stomach begins to rumble and she consumes one of Dahi's cookies. However, after taking a bite, she unexpectedly loses consciousness. At the hospital, Dahye regains consciousness and during a conversation with Jibu, she mentions that Dahi stated she is not in a relationship with anyone. On the drive back home, Jibu contacts Dahye and inquires if she will ever make their relationship known to the public. Dahye is preoccupied with work and promptly ends the call. Jibu attends an event with his friends and comes to the realization that he left Dahye's letter at the office. Left Dahi's letter in the office. She encounters difficulties with her co-workers, those who are inefficient and procrastinate. She behaves like a strict military commander to instill discipline in them. Within the accounting department, Ji-sung persistently avoids Dong-yu. Soo-jing informs Dong-yu that she believes Ji-sung has developed feelings for him. Later on, Dahi informs Dahe that she has retrieved the letter that the offender left for Ji-woo and intends to hand it over to the authorities later. Subsequently, she clandestinely removes the letter from Dahi's locker. Ji-sung finds himself in a predicament when she disorganizes the document and hastily rushes to the meeting. She snatches the paper from the senior manager's grasp and then dashes back but stumbles and Dong-yu comes to her aid. Abruptly, the building's lights are extinguished and simultaneously, Dahe is departing the office with the letter and becomes ensnared in the revolving door. By chance, Ji-woo also becomes trapped there. She informs him that she discovered the letter but the envelope is devoid of contents. And Ji-woo discloses that he possesses the letter. He retrieved it from the trash because it held significant value to him. He then, once more, he expresses to her the extent of his feelings for Dahi, which deeply moves Dahi. She opens the door and immediately upon exiting, Dahi confesses to Jiwoo that she genuinely likes him and will no longer conceal her feelings. Ko confesses that she is disheartened because she doesn't experience butterflies despite his attractiveness. Now, financial matters hold greater importance to her. Dong-yu chuckles and remarks that he is indifferent to that. The following day, the manager informs Da. It is revealed that he has submitted his personalized snack subscription proposal. He also reveals that he has seen the CCTV footage and knows that Dahi is teasing Ji-woo. He compliments her for doing an American accent. In the epilogue of episode 9, a flashback shows Ji-woo asking Dahi why she ate the cookie when she knew she had a peanut allergy. She pretends that she accidentally threw away the letter, but Ji-woo isn't fooled and asks what her true intentions were. Episode 10 begins. Due to previous cyber hacking incidents, Enderium's market valuation has decreased considerably for Ji-wookta and her companions. During lunchtime, Eun-sang inquires if Ji-woo truly intends to resign. However, Ji-woo clarifies that it is merely a rumor. At the workplace, the manager instructs Dahi to collaborate with him on her snack subscription proposal. During their conversation, Dahi admits that she took the letter from Dahye's locker, but promises to explain the whole situation later. Dahye says that she accidentally threw the letter in the trash. It appears somewhat suspicious. When Dahi visits her parents, she discovers that her mother might potentially retire early due to alterations at her workplace. At the office, Dahi makes the decision to take her severance pay in advance in order to invest in cryptocurrency. Following this, Dahi attempts to organize a late-night brainstorming session with her closest friends to also examine the cryptocurrency situation. However, Eun-sang mentions that she is occupied. Ji-sung hears that Eun-sang is telling a realtor that she wants to rent out her apartment. In the office, everyone discusses that Hopping Byte has posted a new update stating that an overachiever made $1 million from cryptocurrency. The post doesn't mention any names, but it's clear it's about Eun-sang. Everyone discusses it and Dahi likes Jiwoo's song from the festival and invites him. Later, the three of them go for a fancy restaurant dinner. They arrive as they had secured a reservation beforehand. When Eun-sang proposes to cover the cost of the lobster, Dahi ultimately breaks down and reveals to her that there are circulating rumors she profited from cryptocurrency and purchased a house. Eun-sang becomes upset without being informed, realizing that the other two girls genuinely believe this, and an intense argument follows. Yoon-sang subsequently discloses that she had taken an advance on her severance package to repay her friends. She had encouraged them to make investments and was worried she had complicated their lives. The two girls are profoundly moved and assure Eun-sang that they only desire her happiness. It evolves into an emotional reunion. At the workplace, Ju discovers that he is unable to take leave for the rock festival due to obligations with the CEO and chairman. There are significant meetings scheduled. He desires to converse with Dahae, yet he resolves that he will refrain from bringing it up. Ji-sung persistently sends messages to her father, who is a monk, seeking to learn about her fortune. When he fails to respond, she brings Dahae and Eun-sang along with her to the monastery. At the monastery, they are required to relinquish their phones. After engaging in prayers for numerous hours, Ji-sung discloses that she, in fact, did not surrender her phone. They attempt to verify the current status of the cryptocurrency. However, their endeavors result in a slight disturbance, causing the monks to awaken. Their father provides guidance, suggesting that they should concentrate on utilizing their financial resources prudently. During the bus ride back home, they drift off to sleep. Subsequently, in a dream sequence, a train bound for the moon materializes. Following a short intermission, the train continues its voyage, gliding through the cosmos and enveloped by fireworks in the actual world. Adam experiences a significant surge once more. Conversely, Jiwoo vents his frustration on a mosquito. In this scenario, Dahae responds to Dahee's arguments and proposes that there ought to be a tiered plan within the subscription service, allowing it to be shared with friends and family members. Dahae is displeased and critiques the plan through an online post. The identical hoping bite transpires. Subsequently, Dahae asks Dahae to refrain from spreading additional rumors concerning Yoon-sang and reveals that she is in a relationship with Ji-woong. Dahae admits that she senses Dahae is intentionally engaging in certain actions. She cautions that she cannot be easily unsettled. Subsequently, she encounters Jiwon, who employs an indirect mosquito metaphor to convey that he intends to resign from his job to pursue a career in singing. Nevertheless, he assures that he will handle everything for Dae and ensure her happiness. Meanwhile, Eun-sang and Ji-sung arrive and note that cryptocurrency has finally surged once more. The remaining episodes will be uploaded shortly. Thank you for watching.